इंडिया मूवमेंट, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वार एंड इंडिविजुअल सत्याग्रह 1939 से 1941, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वार 1939 beginning. The second world war began in 1939. Wearing sides, this war was fought between two major factions: Allied nation Britain, France, America, Soviet Union, USSR. Axis power Germany, Italy, Japan. India's reaction and political development. Inclusion of India. British decided to include India in the Second World War without consulting Indian leaders. Resignation of Congress. November 1939. It protest against this decision. All leaders of the Indian National Congress resigned from the provincial ministers. Congress demands. After resigning, the Indian National Congress placed certain demands before Viceroy Lord Lithgow regarding India's participation in the Second World War. Establishment of a Constituent Assembly to draft a constitution for the Indian people. Establishment of a fully responsible government at the provincial and central levels. Day of Deliverance. The Muslim League observed 22 December 1939 as the Day of Deliverance. 𝐓𝐚𝐽 to celebrate resignation of the Congress. Adolf Hitler autobiography is titled Mein Kampf. August Offer 1940. Context. In 1940, the August Offer was sent by Lord Linlithgow under the direction of British Prime Minister Winston Churchill to ensure India's cooperation in the Second World War. Main provision. The British government promised to give dominion status in India. The Indians could frame their own constitutional assembly, in which the number of Indian representatives would be moved more than British representative. A war advisory council was to be formed. Veto for minorities. No future constitution would be adopted without consent of the minorities. Result: these provisions were rejected by the Congress because Congress had declared its goal as Purna Swaraj, complete independence. Jawaharlal Nehru completely rejected British August Offer 1940, calling it dead as a doornail. Leaks reaction. Muslim League also rejected this proposal. Individual Satyagraha 1940. After the failure of the August Offer, the Indian National Congress decided to start individual Satyagraha in 1940 under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Objective: to express protest against war and express the right to speech without massively disrupting British war effort. Satyagraha. Vinoba Bhave, Jawaharlal Nehru and Brahma Dutt. The Revolutionary Socialist Party was established in 1940. Cripps Mission 1942. Background and reason. 1941. Treaty of Japan. Conquering Southwest Asia. Japan reached India's border, Burma, increasing the fear of an invasion of India. International pressure. After Pearl Harbor attack, USA President revolted and Allied nations pressured Britain to give political right to Indians to gain their support. Attack on Russia. Germany invasion of Russia worsened the war situation, making Britain feel a desperate need for Indian soldiers and resources. 1942. Stafford Cripps was sent to India for constitutional reforms. Proposal: Constitution Assembly. A Constitution Assembly would be formed to draft a new constitution for the country. This assembly would consist of members elected by the provincial assemblies and nominated by the princely states. Dominion status. India would be granted dominion status, allowing self-rule while remaining part of the British Commonwealth. right to succeed. Any province not willing to join the Indian Dominion could form a separate union and have its own separate constitution. Transfer of power and right of minorities would be secure. Result: these proposals were rejected by the Indian National Congress. Gandhi famously describes Dominion status proposal as a post-dated check drawn on a failing bank. Quite in the movement 1942, also known as the August Revolution. It was launched in response to the failure of the Cripps mission. Timeline: July 1942. The Congress Working Committee met at a Wardha, Maharashtra, where the Quit India Revolution was passed. At August 1942, the resolution was passed at Gwalior Tank Maidan. August Kranti Maidan, Bombay. Initial position of leaders: Jawaharlal Nehru initially hesitated but later moved to the resolution, whereas the Hindu Mahasabha opposed the movement. Slogan: Gandhiji gave slogan "Do or Die." Key roles: arrest as soon as movement started. All major leaders Gandhi, Nehru, etc. were arrested, making this movement leaderless. Aruna Asif Ali presided over the Congress Working Committee and hosted the Tricolor at Gwalior Tank in Mumbai. Usha Mehta started an underground radio in Mumbai and appealed to Indians to join the Quit India movement. Gandhiji's appeals for various sections: government employees do not resign but maintain loyalty to the Congress. Soldiers do not resign but refuse to fire an Indians. Farmers: if Jamindar's landlord supported the government, do not pay rent. People of princely estate support the ruler only if he is an anti-British. Parallel government: Balia, Chittu Pandey, Tamluk Jatiya Sarkar, Satara, Prati Sarkar, YB Chavan, Nana Patil. Martyrs: Kushal Kanwar, the only martyr hanged during this phase. Kana Klata Buria, shot dead by British soldiers while leading a procession. Pakistan movement. The word Pakistan was coined by Rahmat Ali 1933. Lahore Resolution 1940. It is also called Pakistan Resolution. It was a firm political statement developed by All India Muslim League on the occasion of its 3-day general succession in Lahore, Punjab, 22 to 24 March 1940. As a separate homeland for the Muslim of British India was demanded. 23 March 1943, Pakistan Day was observed by the Muslim League. Jinnah's reaction: ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity. Sarojini Naidu called Jinnah the father of the Hindu-Muslim unity after the Lucknow Pact 1916. Going to London. Due to disagreement, especially with Gandhiji's non-cooperative movement, Jinnah left the Congress for some time and went to London. Return and demand for Pakistan. Upon returning to India, he recognized the Muslim League and finally stuck to demand for separated nation as Pakistan through the Lahore Resolution 1940. Mediation between Congress and Muslim League 1944. C. Rajagopalachari proposed the CR formula, also known as Rajaji's formula, in response to the growing tension between the Indian National Congress and Muslim League. Desai-Liaquat Pact 1945. This was failed agreement between Vallabhbhai Desai from Congress and Liaquat Ali Khan from Muslim League. Wavell Plan 1945, proposed by the then Viceroy Lord Archibald Wavell as an attempt for the resolve the political deadlock between Indian National Congress and Muslim League. This plan was discussed at the Simla Conference, later it failed. End of Second World War. September 1945, the Second World War ended completely. August 1945, America attacked Hiroshima and Nagasaki, two cities of Japan. On 6 August, a bomb named Little Boy was dropped on Hiroshima. Approximately 140,000 people died in Hiroshima. On 9 August, a bomb named Fat Man was dropped on Nagasaki. It was more powerful than Little Boy. Approximately 74,000 people died in Nagasaki, surrounded of Japan under the pressure of this devastation attack and the Soviet invasion. Japanese Emperor Hirohito announced surrender on 15 August 1945. Official documents were signed on 2 September 1945, marking the end of the Second World War. Result: the allied nation Britain, France, America, Soviet Union were victorious. Subhash Chandra Bose and Azad Hind Fauj INA. Subhash Chandra Bose, birth 23 January 1897, Cuttack. Is his birthday is celebrated as the Parakram Divas. Meet with Hitler 1942. He met Hitler in Germany using pseudonym Orlando Mazzatto. Indian National Army, Azad Hind Fauj reorganization. Bose did this in Singapore in 1943. Free Indian League, Tiger Legion established the Free India region in Berlin, Germany 1941. Formation of Women Regiment. He formed a women regiment named after Rani of Jhansi, which was led by Captain Lakshmi Saminathan. Death: he passes away in a plane crash on 18 August 1945. Title: Gandhi called Subhash Chandra Bose Patron of Patriots. In 1944, he gave the title Father of the Nation to Gandhiji through Singapore radio. Book: Indian Struggle 1920 to 1942. Famous slogan of Subhash Chandra Bose: Delhi Chalo, give me blood and I will give you freedom. Jai Hind. Indian National Army INC. Background: Indian National Army was established during Second World War to fight against British rule in India. Establishment: founded in 1942 by Mohan Singh Singapore with Indian prisoner of war, led 100 over the Raj Bihari Bose, and then 1943 Subhash Chandra Bose took over leadership. Award: Raj Bihari Bose was awarded Japan's Second World War Civilian Honor, the Second World Order of the Merit of the Rising Sun. 14 August 1944. Colonel Shaukat Ali Malik of the Azad Hind Fauj INA hoisted India's tricolor flag in Mairang, Manipur with the help of Japan. This was the first time the tricolor was hoisted on Indian soil by the Azad Hind Fauj. INA trial. Other name: Indian National Army Trial, also known as the INA Trials and Redford Trials. Beginning: conducted by the British Indian via military courts against several officers of the Indian National Army between November 1945 to May 1946. First INA trial held at Redford 1945 against Prem Kumari Sehgal, Shah Nawaz Khan and Garbakh Singh Dhillon. The Congress defended these INA soldiers and formed a committee which included Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Desai, Asaf Ali, Taj Bahadur Supra, Kailasnath Karju and others. The British had to back down in the face of the public pressure. The government remediated the sentence of the convicted, which was sign of the weakness of the British Empire. 18 February 1946, Royal Indian Army Mutiny causes rating sailor of the lowest rank of the Royal Indian Navy RIN rebelled against the British due to discrimination and poor condition. Beginning: this event started at HMIS Talwar, a shore establishment in Mumbai, against poor working condition, low pay, poor food quality, then spread to Calcutta, Karachi, Bombay. Result: mutiny was called off at the behest of the Congress and Muslim League. Towards independence 1944-1947. Cabinet Mission 1946. Background: 1945. Elections were held in Britain in which the Labour Party formed the government under leadership of Clement Attlee. In March 1946, Clement Attlee, the British Prime Minister, sent delegation named Cabinet Mission, which includes member Lord Patrick Lawrence, Chairman Sir Stafford Cripps and A.B. Alexander. Objective: transfer of powerful power and constitution making. It proposed a three-tier federal plan provision. This plan proposed a united Indian and rejected the demand for the separated Pakistan. The cabinet mission plan proposed a three-tier administrative structure of British India: freedom, federal, Indian at the top level, group of province at the middle level, individuals province at the bottom level. Provision were divided into three groups. Group A, Hindu majority province Madras, Bombay, UP, Bihar, Odisha, Central Province. Group B, Muslim majority province Punjab, NWFP, Sindh, Balochistan. Group C, Bengal and Assam. Central government would have authority over defenses, foreign affairs and communication. Provision would have full autonomy and residuary powers. Princely states were free to join proposed Union of India or remain independent. Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly would draft the new constitution. Its member would be elected by the provincial assemblies. Interim government. An interim government would function under the new constitution and government were formed. Reaction to cabinet mission plan. Indian National Congress accept this plan partially but oppose the idea of grouping as they fear it was a step toward partition. Muslim League initially accepted this plan even though it had no specific province for Pakistan, thinking that the grouping province would provide that it a separate nation. But when Jinnah realized that grouping was not mandatory, they called for direct action day and on 16 August 1946. Direct Action Day 16 August 1946. During this Direct Action Day called by the Muslim League to demand a separate Pakistan, horrific communal violence took place in Calcutta, now Kolkata, also known as Great Calcutta Killing. Naukhali riots, October, November, December 1946. The Naukhali, now in Bangladesh. Massacres began in October 1946. A few months after the Calcutta violence, role of Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi visited Naukhali to establish peace and spend conscious time there. Mountbatten Plan 1947. Independence Act 1947. The Mountbatten Plan, which became the basis for the Indian Independence Act, proposed dividing India into two dominant, namely India and Pakistan. Therefore, it is also called Partition Plan. 7 June 1947. Louis Mountbatten, the last Governor General of India. C. Rajagopalachari, the only Indian Government General of India, independent India, as this post was later abolished. Princely states were given the option join India or Pakistan or remain independent. Out of 565 princely states, 560 join India or Pakistan. 3 initially do not join: Jammu and Kashmir, Hyderabad, Junagadh. At least declaration. On 20 February 1947, British Prime Minister St. Clement Attlee announced in the House of Commons that British government initially initiated to transfer power to responsible Indian hands before 30 June 1948. After independence, India and Pakistan became two independent nations. At the midnight of 14 to 15 August 1947, Lord Mountbatten handed over power to both countries, granted independence to Pakistan on 14 August in Karachi. Granted independence on Pakistan to Pakistan on 14 August in Karachi. At the time for partition, Pakistan was formed into geographical and culturally distinct parties: East Pakistan, present-day Bangladesh, and West Pakistan, present-day Pakistan. Granted independence to India on 15 August in Delhi. Majority decision. The majority of the people of Sylhet voted in favor of the joining East Pakistan, Bangladesh. Operation Polo, September 1948. Hyderabad police operated known as the Operation Polo was known. Duration. This operation started 13 September 1948 and lasted 17 September 1948 for the total of 5 days. Command. This operation was led by Major General J.N. Chowdhury. Result. This Najim of Hyderabad, Mir Osman Ali Khan surrounded 17 September 1948, after which Hyderabad became the part of India. Instrument of accession. When Pakistan raider reaches closest to Srinagar, Maharaja Hari Singh sought help from India. India set the condition accession for military assistance, after which the Maharaja signed instrument of accession on 26 October 1947, officially making Jammu and Kashmir a part of India. Creation of POK. During the war, Indian Army saved many of the parts, but part which Pakistan Army had already occupied where the ceasefire took place. That part is today called POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. Bangladesh Liberation War 1971 and Simla Agreement 1972. Bangladesh Liberation War 1971 became the cause for separating East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, from West Pakistan, now Bangladesh. This war took place during tenure of Indira Gandhi. 1972 Simla Agreement signed by Indian Indira Gandhi, then Prime Minister of India, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, then President of India, to restore peace between two countries. This was suspended by Pakistan in treatment after the India suspended Indus Water Treaty.